Alright, welcome back to, I guess for now, the final video of this starter series, because we just reached our first highest quota for contract tier 1. So we were able to easily, with all these leftovers, we still have one complete leftover quota of 1700 or 1600 for the quota. Yeah. What should you do by now, or what can you do? At this point, you unlock the ability to reach a higher tier. I said it before, but these tiers are really nice to have. And you see, we could now get a Medgen, or we already have an Echolange, a Shrink Ray. You could use these small portable storage. Or we can switch the tier for our contract to get to a higher one, like our Pulse Rifle Deluxe or the Big Bang, which is a shotgun, or the Supernova, or a Battle Axe for a melee weapon, or a better boombox, or different things. Or these gathering capsules, which are really nice to have for storing gathering items. So, what do you want to do? You really want to consider switching up to a higher tier as soon as you are able to, and as long as you have leftover credits here. Because you, at this point, could also grind a little bit at this low max quota, which will give you, we had here 340 credits, I guess, so you can really grind out a little bit, but you have a suit level of 21 roughly by now, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, depends on how you died earlier in these runs. But as you saw in the video, just from playing these days to reach this quota, we also pushed a little bit in one quota and didn't play it any days, all days, but usually you will be around something like this, maybe even a bit higher, and you should have at least something like 10 in health, 5 in stamina, and 5 in your preferred weapon, which should be usually range damage. For me it is range damage. I knew already, or I have a player in my group which prefers melee damage, but yeah, it is more like up to you, but I do it for range damage because usually for pew fighting, for Nightwalker fighting, for different enemies, for the boom bots, for the mines, there's so many cases where range damage is so much better in this game. So I really, you really should consider to skill this first. When you have leftover points, you can also skill both or something like this. It is completely up to your playstyle. I don't want to give any, you must have to skill these things or something like this, but it is just a nice advice for beginners, because I also think range weapons are easier to get comfort around and to play with. Alright, that's for the skills, and you can level your suit up to level 30 with this tier 1 contracts. However, if you grind and match the suit cap of 30, you really should switch to a higher tier. You are leveled enough, you are experienced enough to switch to a higher tier. You can also sign this one and go then back to a lower tier, so you won't be stuck on this tier. This is a usual thing which player do to switch these tiers, because it has something else which it does. As I switched now back and forth, it should be so that by switching the tier, it starts down by again 200. So you can use this switching to again play a fresh quota of 200, 550, 900, 1250, and then 1600. So you can gather leftover loot, level your suit, get comfortable with the game, and anything like this. When you reach the point that you want to switch contract, just go here, switch the contract. Be aware that you can't switch on day 2 or day 3 of the quota. Only on the first day before starting the quota, really. However, if you switch, you can also buy something from the higher tier, as I mentioned before. I personally think investing in something at this point, like a good weapon, is very nice, because they only have a value of 200. Also, the flamethrower might be interesting if you play the second tier, tier 2, because there will be new enemies which can only be killed by the flamethrower. So having one on you is the next goal. I will now go for a different weapon. This one has a chance. Supernova is a nice alternative for a ranged weapon. Has a chance to lit the target on fire, so you can also kill these enemies with a supernova, however not that easily. So either flamethrower or supernova should be in your inventory, usually at all times. The pulse rifle is just another upgrade of your usually pulse rifle here, and the big bang is a shotgun, which I personally prefer to kill especially Nightwalkers, because or enemies like Nightwalkers, because you usually get in this nice pattern of dodging out, getting your shots done, dodging out, and you don't have to bother with overheating by this 2-barrel shotgun. Yes, so this one you can buy. Gathering capsules also can be useful to stack quota, so you can store ores or herbs in them. You pick one into your inventory and don't have to bother with picking them up in your hotbar. You really want to consider having a better boombox, but again, you can grind now a little bit, so you can just stack these credits a little bit, get everything one at a time. I don't know how good the match-ins will be. We still have to test this in a multiplayer setting, which we might do in the next days over on Twitch. But yeah, we will see how good these advanced match-ins will be, especially in a multiplayer setting. I think it might be worth to buy them if you have leftover credits, but before you need to get your nice infrastructure done. For solo play, medium storage boxes are really good, because you can store large amounts of items in there, so you don't have to go back and forth all these times. However, you saw we was able to nearly get everything done, and yeah, usually you want to have storage boxes and gathering capsules to store your loot and to do everything as time efficient as possible. But that's a small and advanced thing. For now, I will go get the shotgun, because I want to go back to tier 1 and show you again what is the advantage of having these weapons. And I will take as well gathering capsule, or as the price allows us. Oh no, not again. A gathering capsule, and we really want to charge our shrink ray. I forgot this before, because you usually have enough credits left over to charge them. But you want to place it in these charging stations and charge your shrink ray. I don't have credits anymore. I just choked again. Alright. I thought it was also just around 70. You see, that's on me. But yeah. We can play easily a nice quota or get something done. So, again, you will have this capsule in your inventory, and if you loot something, it will go directly into your capsule with value shown. You can also overfill it, I say so. When you reach the maximum amount, the limit is 250, it won't cap it like that, but the last item you put in will still apply the full value. Then it stops with something like 164 or something uneven. So you really just want to fill them up and just sell them at any times, because you won't have this nice rotation. For the 2-barrel shotgun, you have 2 ammo, which you see down there, and you have these shots. And as we skilled now, something like 100 is a nice, easy kill for us now. So anything with higher value, you can get in this pattern of just shooting and dodging. Because even while dodging you can recharge, which is just by shooting your last bullet. When you have a last bullet shot, it refills automatically, or it reloads automatically. So sometimes when you knew there is a very evil train enemy, you want to shoot your last bullet, so you get in with 2 fresh bullets, and then you can just start the fight. Alright, that are tips especially for the shotgun, but anything else is up to you. As you saw, you can go for tier 2. It is then a quota of 1950 for your first quota, or again, you can go back. Maybe you should go back if you are still unsecure about some of the mechanics, or losing all the things or something. It's completely fine. Just go back, grind a little bit more to even get more left over. And for me, I will do now sell this sketchy substance. And do we have anything else? Maybe this one. To get our last credits going, so I can show you the recharge. Alright, now I will be able to recharge this damn thing. You can just either on a planet, they are also around the ship, or on Sketchy Bay, you can put it in and replenish your weapon, so it will get all the charges again. It's only necessary really for the shrink ray. Don't bother by refilling the boost, it isn't that necessary. If you when you have the better boombox, you have an infinite boost, so really consider before replenishing it, just buy it a better boombox on tier 2 at you are on this point, because replenishing also takes 50 of your credits each time. Really isn't that... also it defaults heals more, so really just one boombox you need to push through the early game, and when you reach this point you kinda are in the mid game of Sketchy Contract, so you can easily get to this point and then try to grind even the tier 1 for a better boombox. Oh, thank goodness, my brain. All right, that should it for now. We just did a new contract, so we can switch also to go for a higher contract, or switch down to get for a lower contract, and also resetting this quota again. So it will be again at 200 starting. I can show you, because we have way enough leftovers, I can show you quickly how strong it is to play with something like this. So we will get into a new fresh start and sell then after 1 day leaving. Also just for pot Quota. When we find something I can show you how strong this thing is. Anything in here? Something like this, just one-shot it. So you really won't bother anymore with these little crawlers. You can just easily one-shot them, usually also from panic reaction. Also this is a mimic, so it will be 2-shot, as you saw, can dodge easily. It should be completely fine. And from this point on, Sketchy is a really cool and fun game to grind out. And yeah, you can easily get your quota done. You can grind again. And just from running through all of this, I get a little bit of corpses, which again is up to date now. The meta in Sketchy Contract to get high values. You really want your corpses to be the main seller. This one didn't one hit because I was too far away, by the way, so shotgun does more damage nearby. But yeah, all these are 20, so jar of pickles isn't worth that much. Just like this, I get easily done 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So nearly half the quota done, or exactly half the quota done. Oh, can we already now? Okay. Alright, so this is just 100. See, all 20. And yeah, alright, get this. Like this, you can easily now just make you comfortable with the first few maps, explore everything, dip a little bit into tier 2. Be aware of the plants in tier 2. not the one you gather, but there are large plants in tier 2 which can only be killed by fire, I said before, so you don't wonder. But also scan everything, all the new things on tier 2, just scan, explore the game for yourself, and yeah. With this, I think there isn't anything more to say. I will just sell this quota, and I also could show you the gathering capsules. But yeah, you understand them. I'm completely sure. Yeah, for now, this should it be. I will make a break with this series due to time reasons, but for now, there should be plenty of videos to watch. So you can familiarize you with the early game, and we will continue the series later on when I find the time for it. But for now, that's it. I regularly stream Sketchy Contract on Twitch, so if you like to see more content over there, you can find me. And yeah, I guess that's everything for now. Hope it helps. Hope it helps new players. Hope it helps maybe also not that new players, but with little tricks and tips. Anyway, see you in the next video if you like so, and have a great time. Ciao, ciao.